How's it going, guys? After doing my weird class skills video, I got some requests to go over bad classes that have good skills, so that's what I'm gonna do. To start this off, I figured the best way would be to go over one of my favorite classes in the game, Battle Mage. Now, we all know why I love this class. It has long cooldowns, high mana costs, and no health sustain. But its Enchanted Blade skill is actually really good. It increases outgoing damage and hit chance by 50%, which is nice because aside from the obvious damage boost, your attack shouldn't be missing anymore either. It will remove the AoE from your other skills, but it's really good for boss fights, so it's a nice trade-off. Ninja, basically a starter class, doesn't do a whole lot of damage or a whole lot for you in general, aside from its Shadow Blade skill. It reduces hit chance by an unspecified amount, but it's enough to basically guarantee that you'll never get hit while it's active. Oh, and it can also be looped at max haste, so when paired with a Stone Crusher, pretty much every fight in the game becomes a joke. Okay, not a mod. Now I know most of you aren't familiar with this class, so to quickly sum it up, it sucks. However, its Freakout skill doesn't suck. It increases haste by 40% for 6 seconds and has a 10-second cooldown, meaning it can be looped. So yeah, a skill that constantly lets you be at max haste. Not much else to talk about here. Blood Sorceress. Okay, I'm kinda cheating with this one since Scarlet Sorceress exists. However, Blood Sorceress was created to be a straight downgrade of it, so I'm including it. Anyways, its Blood Ritual skill increases spell damage by a whopping 100% and grants a 20% damage reduction. Now, on this class that doesn't mean much as its skills have very low base damage, but on pretty much any other caster class in the game, having that skill would be insane. Guardian class. Well, we don't like to talk about this one, but turns out its Guardian Light skill grants a 50% damage reduction to the user, and it can be looped if your haste is high enough, so even though the class is bad, it does have a decent survivability skill. Now to be honest, I had trouble finding good skills on bad classes because, well, generally if a skill is good, it's gonna belong to a good class. So what I'm gonna do now is go over some really good skills that belong to classes that aren't exactly bad, but are also fairly underused by players. So with that being said, Elemental Dracomancer actually has two skills that are really good. Daradon's Scales, which recovers 30 mana and increases damage resistance by 75% for 6 seconds, and Astialo's Wings, which maxes haste and cuts all mana costs in half for 8 seconds. Beastmaster's Treat skill also has a really good effect. It increases damage and haste by 30% while reducing enemies' dodge chance by 50%. There's also Evolved Pumpkin Lord's Explosive Pumpkins, which is a mini nuke that can't miss, always crits, and has a cooldown of 4 seconds. Blood Titan's Crimson Shield, which taunts the enemy and increases damage resistance by 75% for 8 seconds. And one of my favorites, Arachnomancer's Toxic Adrenaline skill. This skill reduces enemy defense by 100%, meaning that all damage done to them is effectively doubled. Yeah, I know this class is kinda used, but that skill is the only reason why, so I'm throwing it on this list because of that. So yeah, lots of good skills on the wrong classes. But there has to be balance, so sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.